Sorry! Zadi yazık! Zadi yazık! Zadi yazık!
As this man lies on the ground, a Kosovo Serb, powerless and defeated, I am reminded of the state in which all Serbs living in Kosovo are today. In the southeastern part of Europe lies Serbia, and its southern province of Kosovo is the source of a centuries-long dispute between Serbs and Albanians who both claim it as their land. Kosovo is deeply embedded in the Serbian tradition, religion, and national identity. The many Christian Orthodox monasteries in Kosovo are a legacy of the golden times of the Serbian state. With the fall of Serbia under Ottoman rule, the ethnic balance shifted in favor of Albanians. The 20th century in Kosovo was marked by conflicts between Serbs and Albanians. In 1999, NATO bombed Serbia to halt a crackdown on ethnic Albanian separatism. After NATO took control of Kosovo, thousands of Serbs fled the province due to retaliation attacks from Albanian extremists.
Could you please summarize and explain this delicate situation in Kosovo to somebody who, just an average person who might have not even ever heard of Kosovo?
In a nutshell, for a Canadian sort of analogy, you have a province that has been on life support for decades, receiving what we would call equalization payments from the center to keep its head above water, with a large majority population of Kosovar, Albanian Muslims, and a relatively small population of Serbs. And no one can accuse the Serbs of treating the Kosovo Albanians with kid gloves. Over the decades following World War II, restricting service and top jobs in the civil service, universities, sometimes language rights, was ill-founded, but it wasn't brutal. Particularly while maintaining a massive, what we Canadians call, equalization payments and granting various degrees of autonomy. But the KLA correctly anticipated that if they commenced a campaign of killing Serbian security forces, the central government, Reed Milosevic, would overreact. Because that's exactly what governments do. Don't have to tell this audience about the FLQ blowing up a few mailboxes, which was followed by the equivalent of martial law.
Another mistake following on that, of course, was the illegal bombing of Serbia in March of 1999. I'll watch my time there. But that was engineered long before the bombing. We have now evidence that the Americans were planning this months ahead of time.
What followed was the expulsion, or to use the Balkan term, as the cleansing of tens of thousands of Serbs in spite of the presence of NATO peacekeepers.
In the meantime, we know that what's happened in Kosovo, 150 Christian churches and monasteries destroyed, most of the non-Albanian population ethnically cleansed, and Kosovo has been, since 1999, the home of corruption and crime. Most of the heroin trafficking into Western Europe takes place there.
It's a fact that the three prime ministers of Kosovo, all of them have criminal records, all of them on the Interpol list, all of them are linked to the drug trade, involved in various rackets, all of them are involved in ordering targeted assassinations. Now, public opinion is led to believe that this is a legitimate process of independence. It's not independence for anybody. It's the carving up of a country under false pretense, and it's handing over the government of that territory to a bunch of thugs, essentially, and thugs are very convenient to have under your auspices because they can be manipulated and they tend to obey orders. But the real thugs are the people in high authority in the European Union and the United States and in NATO, which are upholding which are upholding and fostering the criminalization of the state.
To this day, a small number of Serbs remain in Kosovo. But do they really have all the human rights that are described in the many UN reports coming out of Kosovo? Is Kosovo really, as the West describes it, a peaceful democracy?
More about everyday life in Kosovo. One day,
it's starting to become like an American day. Like you don't have time to think or anything like that. You have to work a lot, to study, to think about the future, to plan where you're going to study, to come back here and live it and improve the place where you were born. So people are busy and thinking how to improve stuff.
what is the situation like here with minorities?
It's really good. Like many Albanians had difficulties because it's hard for them to cope with Serbians. Well, I think day by day things will improve because time heals pain. So that's what I think.
One of the container cities. We call them container villages. I call them container cities. They're all over the place, and and living in them are usually people from the March riots. Some of them that were living there before the March riots. The containers were donated by the Russians. Let's have a look.
Sam iz Obilića, gdje sam rođen u Obiliću, živeo u svojoj porodičnoj kući do 18. marta 2004. godine kada su nas Albanci, to jest albanska iredenta, isterale iz svojih kuća, popalile svoje kuće. Došli smo ovdje, pre nego što smo došli ovdje u Gračanici, bili smo u kampu NATO snaga, gdje smo bili 6 noći. Tih 6 noći su najgore noći koje sam doživio i proživio u svom životu. Maltretirani od strane engleskih vojnika, proganjani. Ja imam običaj da kažem da imamo mi ona prava koje su 99. godine imali Albanci, svega 50%. Ne znam da bi bilo sretnijeg nekog na svetu od srpskog naroda. Albanci su imali svo pravo. Imali su svoje škole, imali su svoje institucije, fakultete, jezik, sve. Dok danas, 2008. godini, Srbi nemaju pravo na crkvu, nemaju pravo na svoj jezik, nemaju pravo na svoje škole, to jest jednom rečju nemaju pravo na život.
Dakle, Albanci su na Kosovu i Metohiji pre 1999. godine imali daleko veća prava u ime jedne ideologije koja je živjela, bratstvo, jedinstvo.
Ovde peru posuđe, tu se kupamo, tu i veseli sve. Preko zime dešava se po 48 sata da nema struje. Mesto Obilić pre bombardovanja, to je jedno mesto koje je u samom gradu Obiliću bilo preko 6000 Srba. Posle NATO agresije i ulaska NATO vojnika, kao malo često sam rekao, do 2004. godine je bilo oko 1000 Srba, a sada ima oko 40 Srba. Znači, to je mesto etnički očišćeno, a tih 40 Srba je vraćeno da bi se ispunili neki standardi Evropske unije i svetske organizacije, da bi to mesto bilo multietničko, to jest multietničko sa 1% Srba, a 99% Albanaca. Jedno mesto koje je za mene najljepše na svetu.
In my opinion, it's getting better. We we are no more thinking of what happened in the past. We are focused more on developing our country.
I went to meet 3 Serb women whose home had been taken away by Albanians and are living in a KFOR army base close to Uroševac. American soldiers evacuated them from their ancestral home to save them from Albanian rioters who then destroyed the house. Their great-grandfather built their hometown of Uroševac, and they don't plan to leave until they regain their home. This is the Nikolic family. Mother Daniela, who is blind, Lily, who is paralyzed, and Sunny, the very image of mildness and physical slightness.
Bez razlike na posljedice odlučile smo da ostanemo u kući. Kada su nas iz Umnika pozvali telefonom i rekli da ne smemo da izađemo čak ni u dvorište jer bacaju molotovljeve koktele, gađaju kamenjem, rekli su da će doći Amerikanci da nas zaštite. Međutim, Amerikanci nisu htjeli da čuju da pozovu svoju komandu i na brutalni način su nas praktično izbacili iz kuće.
Municipality of Uroševac is one of the best cleansed municipalities in Kosovo. During the bombing, it was a pretty quiet area. After the war, American KFOR took over, and then the real hell started. Complete Serb, Roma, and Croat population was forced out from the town and from the neighboring villages. All Serbian houses, literally 99%, were burned down. Over 3,000 Serb houses in the municipality were burned down.
Hameri su se parkirali američki vojnici pod ratnom spremom su pokušali da nas ubace u svoje hamere. Onda je iz mase jedan mladić u crnom odeven, a to se zna da je uniforma UČK, dao znak rukom da sada mogu da počne paljba na nas i onda su počeli da nas gađaju kamenjem, čime su stigli. Jedan kamen je priletao meni na nogu, a ja sam paralizovana dugo godina i to je za mene bilo pogibeljno. Ubacili su nas u svoje hamere, doveli u grčki KFOR. Ja sam onda dobila veliki otok. Nisu hteli u bolnom stilu u američkoj bazi da snimaju moju nogu, niti da pogledaju lekare, jer ja sam Srpkinja. Da sam bila Albanka, oni bi to uradili. Posle negde 5 ili 6 dana, preko nekih velikih veza, grčki lekar je uspio da izdejstvuje, da me odvedu u bon stil, da naprave snimke. I u 11 noću odveli su me 2 kilometra u bon stil, noću da ne vidi niko od Albanaca da jednoj Srpkinji pokušavaju da snime nogu. Međutim, nisam imala sreće, moje koleno je već bilo u raspadu, noga takođe, i posle 33 dana ležanja ovde prebacili su me u Solun, gde su me operisali, nažalost neuspešno, moje su noge kraće 15 cm. To vam je priča, oni koji su hteli da ostanu i da poginu u svojoj kući. Mi smo stvarno bile spremne na to.
Over here, it used to be, this used to be the basketball court where Serb kids used to play basketball and football.
What is it now?
It's a place where Albanians play football. You see, Albanians used to come over here and they would drive by and they would shoot them. Shoot at them or shoot them. You know, we just built a big wall here and stopped them from shooting them and stuff. So they stopped playing basketball, stopped playing soccer. And all this here, all of this, everything, every single house you see here, every single thing used to be a Serbian house like just a few years ago. Some of them still are. Some of them still are and they haven't moved back. You see, they're empty. They're completely empty. There's nobody living in them still anymore. They can't go back. They can't. They've been terrorized. There's a psychological thing, you know, after you're shot at or after your house is burned or after you're abused for so long, you can't expect a person to say, all right, well, now everything's okay, I'm going to move back. It's not going to happen that quickly. No way. Oh, this wasn't here before. The building over there used to be all Serbian, now it's all Albanian. There's a church somewhere here. Nobody visits anymore. Nobody even touches it anymore. Why burn it down when you can just let it fall apart, eh? Nobody had a building permit for any of this stuff. Nothing. There's not one building permit. Why? Because in 2000, there was a building inspector, an Albanian guy that was a building inspector, that would be responsible for inspecting buildings that were built illegally. He was assassinated, 2 shots. He was killed in front of his own house. And as a result, after he was shot, nobody wanted the job. Church of Veliko Hoća village. In the old days, they used to run in the house when I used to drive by here.
Next to the destroyed church were monuments to Albanian guerrilla fighters, including one that showed a map of the idea they were fighting for.
It's a map of Greater Albania. You see at the bottom there is Albania connected to Kosovo with the outlines of the Precious Valley, Serbia proper, Tetovo, Bostiva, which is in Macedonia, a northern tip of Greece, and 3 municipalities in Montenegro.
But it seems that there is no place for Serbs in this Greater Albania. In Plešina village, one Serbian woman stands defiant in the face of the expanding Albanian giant. She is surrounded by Albanians, but is resolved to stay in her home.
Look, she has these wounds on because they tried. She was attacked 2 years ago and heavily beaten up, and they stole 2,000 euros that her sister sent her. She was very hardly beaten up. But it's a miracle that she's still alive. Because all other Serbs in our municipality who dare to stay are or kidnapped and missing or dead, or guarded by K for 24 hours. This is a miracle.
Kad sam došla vama dole, do ovih kuća, kad sam vidjela da su porušene, odmah sam znala, rekao, svi su otišli. Rekao, kud idem jadna ja, kud idem? Da se vratim, kako da se vratim? Mogla sam da se vratim, ali će me deca ubiti sa kamenjima. I produžim ti ja u grad, siđem ti ja dole u grad i tako, kad gledam dole gore, ma nema žive duše srpske, nigde nikoga. Kuću sad jedna mi majka. Nisu mi rekordirali, a mislili su da sam neka cigančure. Ja inako sam bolesna bila, pa se savila do zemlje da me niko ne pozna. I zamotala krp ovako.
Nisu prepoznali da ste Srpkinja?
Nisu prepoznali, da su me prepoznali, smatili bi me. I tako ti ja nadođem ovamo, kad sam došla tu, kažem sama sebi šta da radim, a ova deca mi kažu nema nikoga, kaže žive duše srpske, kaže evo na Kosovu. Pa mislim se, a jednom je da se mre, pa neka budne šta budne. I tako ti to, moj brate, dosta teško je to ti.
Suddenly, our interview was interrupted by 2 Albanian men who had entered the house uninvited. I felt that the old lady was practically under house arrest.
Basically, because of some reason, unlike the rule, they decided not to kill her. Why? Who? Maybe there are some good souls in her neighborhood among the Albanians. Maybe. Basically, this lady is not killed, and that's completely unusual and complete miracle. But on the other way, she is under the siege. She is their prisoner on a way. She was very afraid when they entered. She stopped talking and she started to talk quiet because they're here to monitor what is she saying. I went out just to make them confused, to say that we are just organization. They were very interested who we are, why we are coming to visit Smilka, what is she telling to us. But I think that we cheated them very well. They didn't get it.
It wasn't only the elderly Serbs who were standing their ground. One family in South Kosovo also refused to be expelled from their house. Father Radovan, Mother Ljiljana, and children Anica, Zorica, Jovica, Nenad, Andrej, Andrijana, Natalia, Darko, and Jug Bogdan. This is the Stanojković family.
Mi smo 11 člana porodica, živimo u 2 sobe od 30 kvadrata. Slobodu nemamo, mirane, težak je za život gore na Kosovo kod nas. Albanci ih provociraju, sad su se vratili oni svi kad su izbjegli kad je bio rat, svi su se vratili, a Srbi nema nigdje da se vraćaju. Tako da je težak život za nas. Struje nema, plašimo se mraka, djeca naročito se plašaju. Od 99. težak je život gore da se živi. Posao nemamo, suprug mi ne radi, ja ne radim. Živimo od socijalne pomoći.
Ne prevodimo slobodno vreme i mislim za srpski narod i dalje tamo nemamo slobodno. Mi ne smijemo, mislim, dalje da idemo od svoje kuće. Samo bi željeli mi da živimo mirno, da imamo mir, da se krećeš, da ideš slobodno, bez straka To je kod nas najpotrebnije. Pa da opstanemo tamo.
Pa provodim kući, nigde. Ne smeš da izađeš nigde iz kuće. Čim dođe mrak, treba da zaključiš vrata pa da sediš kod kuće. Ne smeš da izađeš. Slobode nema. Ne smeš da kreći slobodno.
Yeah, they sure have, and their rights will go furthermore as the country is improving. Yeah, kind of yes.
Da, kada ste tu devojku pitali, da li ste je pitali na engleskom ili na srpskom? Da, niste smeli da progovorite srpski, to morate da kažete. Da ste progovorili na srpskom, onda biste na svojoj koži osjetili kako žive manjine na Kosovu i Metohiji. To je vrlo jednostavno. Da ste progovorili srpski u Prištini, vi biste bili linčovani. Imali smo slučaj da su pretukli staricu od 82 godine koja je otišla u Prištinu zbog kupovine lekova. Međutim, srpski narod je bombardovan od strane 19 zemalja u ime sveg civilizovanog sveta. Isto tako, 2004. godine Albanci su pokazali kakav je njihova zrelost kada su u pitanju manjine. Vidjeli ste šta su radili 2004. godine? Srušili su sve što je podsjećalo na srpsko, zapalili su sve što podsjeća na srpsko, a ubijali su ljude, rušili crkve, palili domove, dakle, sistematsko uništavanje i proterivanje sveg srpskog stanovništva. Mitrovici žive u dve ulice, naspram njih je Ibar i čuveni most koji razdvaja dva naroda, dva suprotna entiteta, Albanci i Srbe, gde Srbi imaju izuzetno tešku situaciju, jer pored opasnosti koja dolazi sa mosta, mi utoliko zavisimo i egzistencijalno od njih. Dakle, u albanskim rukama je ostao i vodovod gde, zamislite, 100.000 ljudi u Kosovskoj Mitrovici danas nema da pije vodu. Dakle, sa svakog aspekta život u Kosovskoj Mitrovici je vrlo težak.
Back in South Kosovo, we learned that the last Serbian couple in the majority Albanian town of Uroševac was willing to see us. When we parked in front of their home, a bunch of Albanian kids hurtled around us to see what the commotion was about.
Do you know who lives
Sir.
Deca od 7-8 godina do 16-17 godina po ceo dan lupaju loptom u vrata, u zidove, viču, urliču, psuju. UNHCR mi je postavljao to što vidite, stavili su ove metalne rešetke da nam neko ne ubaci bombu, valjda što li. Ceo dan se tu vrtimo u dvorištu i ja nekad izađem, ali ženi kažem ako ne dođem znaj da sam likvidiran. Nema Srba, u Uroševcu ima samo 5 Srba.
Oni ne mogu da odu slobodno do prodavnica ili normalno da izađu na ulice, moraju da se prerušavaju, moraju da se privikavaju na njihov način života. U suprotnom oni će ili da budu isterani iz svojih domova ili da budu ubijeni ili kidnapovani.
Čega živite?
Grci nam daju hranu.
Ponešto Grci.
Daju nam ponekad hleba. Nikad se ne bi iselio. Moj deda je bio u Americi. I zaradio pare, moji su sa Šarpljani. I 1919. godine muslimani su mi ubili dedu na Šarpljani. Njen otac je umre u Čikagu u Americi. I nije hteo da dođe ovde zbog Tita, zbog komunizma. Kao ratnog vojnog veterana sahranila ga vojska američka. Sa parama koje im je otac slao i oni su napravili ovde kuće. Mi smo, otac moj pokojni, od dedinih para. I sad mi je sve to porušeno. Otac nam je dao, ostavio amanet prije smrti da Kosovo ne napušta. Zato je se.
Can you imagine that this is happening in the heart of Europe at the beginning of the 21st century in a land under international supervision? The world accused the Serbs of being the sole perpetrators of crimes in the Yugoslav wars of the 1990s, even though all sides were committing crimes. This should not give a free hand to those who seek to eliminate the Serbian presence in Kosovo. Can you imagine someone taking your land and claiming it's not yours anymore? What human rights would you have? Can you imagine someone telling you that you have to leave your ancestral home? What freedoms would you have? Can you imagine not having a voice, not being able to do anything about it, being completely powerless and defeated, while those who have wronged you being rewarded by the self-proclaimed leaders of the free world? Can you imagine?
Ovo rešavaju sve velike sile. Amerika podržava Albance, nas kovojavi Rusiji, Kinezi, evo sad i Indija, malo se udružuju, ali ja jedino očekujem da pravda pobedi.